On September 23rd, Rocket League became a completely free game, and a wave of new players came to the game. I made this video to welcome all of you to this community. Get comfy. Well, maybe not that comfy, because a difficult path awaits you. Why do I say that? I say it because Rocket League is a more complex game than it seems. I was one of those who thought that it was a simple sports game with a simple objective and simple mechanics. But man, was I wrong. Rocket League is made up of two branches that I consider to be the main ones, of which many smaller branches grow. The first one is mechanics, which is divided into each one of the mechanics and movements in the game. Many have been discovered by the community during these 5 years, and others that haven't been discovered. The second branch is the game sense, which is divided into all those decisions that we can make in each situation, and that as we play, we will improve. The thing about both branches is that for new players they can be extremely difficult to understand and learn at the beginning. Don't be surprised if in your first 10 hours of the game you want to uninstall, but just give it a chance and keep playing the game. It will get easier. Don't feel demotivated after watching a video of players making things you did not even know that were possible. You'll get better and eventually you'll be playing on the highest ranks. Also, to give you something back for clicking on this video, at the end, I'll be sharing with you a couple of simple tips to improve in these two branches when you start playing Rocket League. Now, Rocket League is a sports game, and people love sports mostly because of the competitiveness, the suspense, the ease with which the match can change its pace. I have never known a sports game this competitive, and it is for a reason. Rocket League has all these factors that build a strong sport. It is also the only sports game in which you are really in control of everything. You're controlling a machine, and each movement that it makes is made by yourself, going to the point where you feel connected in a certain way to the car. All of this makes you responsible for every goal you score and every time you get scored on. This is what people who play Rocket League feel in every game. Every time you get scored on, you will feel frustrated, but each time that happens, you'll learn something. You won't see any situation that is identical to another one. So each situation you live will be a new experience. The next point you should know about Rocket League is that you don't necessarily need to enjoy the game by playing ranked. There's plenty of ways in which you can enjoy Rocket League, maybe more than you thought. For example, you have a trading market, where you will find a market full of items from cars, vehicles, wheels, just to mention some of them. Almost each one has painted versions. With them, you can create millions of different designs. Just remember that all these items are purely aesthetic and do not give you any kind of advantage in-game. You can also play custom matches with your friends, where you'll have enough settings to make every experience unique. At this point, you will need to play a decent amount of time to run out of new things to do in the game. And I'm not even going into much detail right now, but if you want me to dive deeper into the variety of ways in which you can enjoy Rocket League, let me know in the comments below, and of course, subscribe. I came here to stay, so if you subscribe now, you'll be able to call yourself an OG when I grow. Just saying. Now let's keep going, shall we? Previously, we talked about how competitive Rocket League is, and that leads us to talk about the esports scene of the game. Rocket League has grown a lot as an esport in the last years, handing out millions of dollars in prizes each season, and even entering the top 10 of the biggest esports in the world. And that surely is not the end, because with the new format that was added this season, there are more matches to play, more chances to compete, rewarding the most consistent teams throughout the season. And for those of you just entering the community, This is an amazing way to meet some of the community figures and learn from the best players in the game, so I highly recommend checking it out when you can. Rocket League has a very interesting community. You will find very nice and friendly people, and you'll also find toxic players. Don't feel surprised by it. In every community there will always exist people who behave like this. My only recommendation is that you ignore them. It's that simple, and if the other team is trash talking you too much, there will always be an option to adjust your chat as you wish. If you don't want to read anything, you can turn it off. And if you only want to read what your team says, you can also do it. Feel free to adjust the game to how you feel most comfortable. And as I promised, here are a couple of tips to improve in the two fundamental branches of Rocket League. If you want to improve your mechanics, Rocket League has plenty of ways to do it. Take some time to explore every single one of them. You can find tutorials of different levels of difficulty, training packs created by the community, or workshop maps, only for Steam players though, that allow you to learn unique ways. To improve your game sense, there are two main ways. The first one is to save your replays and prepare a moment to find the mistakes you made on your last competitive matches. The other way to improve your game sense is as simple as it sounds. Play the game. Each match that you play is a new experience, which brings new situations that will help you learn. If you made it to this point in the video, tell me when was the first time you heard about Rocket League. That's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching. This has been Cheetah. Enjoy the rest of your day.